What's up, guys? It's Ryan again. Um, doing another Think, Learn, Be Vulnerable vlog. And today I want to talk about burdens. And we all got them, you know. For some of us, it's a traumatic childhood. For some of us, it's traumatic relationships. For some of us, it's financial burdens. But specifically, I wanted to talk about being a burden to others. Um, I have a really bad case of don't be a burden to others itis. I'm sure there's a psychological term for it, but I don't know what it is. I hate asking for help. I hate feeling like a burden to anybody. I'd much rather suffer in silence than let somebody know that I'm hurting or that I need help or that I don't know what's going on. It's just easier to pretend. And I've been doing it for years now. And it's something that I'm terrible at. And if anybody's watching this and they haven't heard from me in a while, it's mostly because I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to text you and be like, hey, let me bother you for an hour. Um, and it's just so much easier to like help other people's burdens and not my own. You know, I fancy myself as the guy that people go to when they have problems, and I invite it because I'm an interested party, but I'm not the one involved in it. So it's a lot easier for me to be like, oh, here's what you can do this, this, and that. And the solutions come very easy to me because it's not my life, not my problems. It's somebody else's problems. Those are easy to fix. Fixing my problems, that's hard. That's hard. And often the solution has been take your feelings, bury them, take your problems that you need help with, and just put them down. And coldly, logically figure out a solution and go with that and stick with that no matter what. And it makes me realize I've been very inflexible, been very brittle, just need to change that. I need to be okay with asking for help and realizing that even if it's the help that I'm asking for is difficult, that it's okay to ask, and realizing that others might actually want to help, you know, me. And I've also been the kind of guy where it's like, okay, if nobody says anything, I just assume everything's okay. And I need to change that. And I need to make sure that um, I'm checking in with people more. And it's so hard for me to do that because, again, it feels like I'm being a burden. It feels like I'm bothering people. I'm interrupting people, you know, and I hate that feeling. But I mean, we have phones now. We can always shoot a quick text if we need to. And especially in a time like this where everybody is feeling really vulnerable and people are scared and stuff like that. Those kinds of reaching out moments can be really helpful. And sometimes I get the feeling we're all just kind of waiting for each other to reach out. And then, like, once somebody reached out, the floodgates can open. But until somebody does it, we just keep it in. Um, Maybe that's just me. So, and I would absolutely say that this vlog is a way of reaching out and casting a wide net, so to speak, you know, because I realize now I don't have all the ideas, I don't have all the solutions. And I'm also realizing how little solutions I actually have. So, you know, let's think about what to think about. Um, think about your definitions of what a burden is. think about the way that you view asking for help and reaching out to people. And is that helpful to you? And is that something um, that might be holding you back? Learn. What can we learn? Well, I think we can learn that no one is an island. And we all need help. Everything in society that has been created because of a group effort. And everything that is in you, it was also a group effort. You're a product of your family, your environment, your learning, your structures. And the vulnerable thing is realizing when these human created constructs and things screw up and are human, and may not be serving you as well as you think they are. And when you're 100% sure about something, that's the time to stop and go, wait a minute, let me make sure that's really how I feel, and that's really how I'm thinking. And being okay with saying, you know what, I actually don't know if this is true or not anymore. I think this time is forcing a lot of people to confront a lot of true things that they thought were truths and may not be anymore. And those are some tough conversations that we're going to have. But let's be vulnerable and let's have them. Let's look at the traditions and see if they still are worth holding on to. And if they're not, get rid of them. Let's look at the way that we've been doing things this whole time, the way that we've defined things this whole time, and change them. I'm not a burden because I need help. I'm not a burden because I reach out. I'm not a burden because I've been vulnerable. I have to be. It's the only way to change. It's the only way to get better. And I've been burned in the past being vulnerable, but I can't let that stop me anymore. I can't just hold it back because I don't want to feel icky because I asked for help. I don't want to feel like breaking the veneer that I've made for myself. Who you are is not defined by the perception of others. You are who you are. And if somebody sees you as being in a bad place, then you're in a bad place. That's okay. But you'll get out of that place. And then you can change perceptions later. The important thing is that you realize that you have value and that you are worth working on and worth changing, because no one else is going to do it for you. And quite honestly, there are probably a lot of people out there that are just waiting for you to say something. And then once you do, they're going to come out of the woodwork and help. That's definitely been my experience recently. And I got to say, just a huge thank you to my family and to my friends. We're all trying to get through this together. We may have to stay 6 feet apart, but that doesn't mean our hearts have to be 6 feet apart. So yeah. Thanks, guys. See you later.